Hey everybody, this is Jen Coombs from Time to Change Jersey Style. We're in Neptune Township, New Jersey, and they're having somewhat of a display to show people what emergency management is all about. So we're gonna be like filming all the different things. So this is like Neptune City.
States Coast Guard with us here this evening as well. A lot of good information here. Also want to point you out, we have our fire prevention trailer.
Hey, Mr. Cross. Hey. Could you tell me a little bit about the boat?
Put together
that one?
Yeah.
We got it as a rescue because we're right on the water over here, so if they need us, we're going to be right out there ready to go.
Yeah, I never knew Neptune City had a boat.
Government gave it to us. It came after Sandy.
Oh, okay. Came after Sandy.
Yep, that was part of the Sandy.
You're on. I'm being live streamed right now, so not to put you on the spot.
I don't care. I'm telling you facts.
But people
Yeah.
don't realize during Sandy we had to bring trucks into Avon, to save some people. So after
And
that,
we lost that
decided-
truck too.
Really?
It was so hot.
The water was so high and a wave hit it.
Wow.
We lost that truck, so they gave us a new truck too. That's over in that back section over there.
Okay. I didn't know all that. So it's good facts.
Oh yeah.
Right. So where's
You live
this,
in a town that's well protected.
Yes.
so where's this all going?
Time to change Jersey Style. So it's all being live streamed to show people all the different. Hey, how you doing? Hello, how you doing?
How are you?
Good. Neptune Township?
Yes, Neptune Police Department. We're here doing DWI awareness.
Oh, really? Okay.
Using this golf cart to do a serpentine through the cones. First time normally, second time with goggles on, simulating if you're possibly impaired by drugs or alcohol. You
Wow.
want to give it a shot?
You want to do me a demonstration so I can get this on film? Because if I do it, then I have to stop all this.
Well, I have to have someone else with me in here.
Okay.
I could do it normally for you if you want.
So, okay.
Might have a couple of kids come.
Okay. You want to do a demonstration for me?
Of course.
Yeah.
I have to sit here.
And what's your name?
Officer Rademacher.
And your name?
Officer Simpson. We're going to do it without the goggles.
Oh, I hate the sun. I would never do it that fast.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done it that fast.
Second time I'm gonna do with these goggles here.
What does that goggles look like?
You want to put them on? See what it looks like inside?
Oh, I believe you.
Okay.
I just want to see what. No, I'm
These are
just.
supposed to simulate what it would look like if you were driving impaired. So
Oh,
He's gonna
okay.
put these on and we'll see how he does as opposed to how we did normally.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going up on the curb. I don't trust this person.
Make sure you stop by the event registration table. Get yourself an event card. Have it stamped at the various tables, response groups that are here today. And have a chance to win some preparedness prizes towards the end of the evening.
Notice that. Hit that cone.
By the way, I forgot to mention, although you may not see ladies on
No.
You don't want to give it a try?
Later on, that's when I'm done with the filming, so.
Okay. All right.
No good.
You're correct. It's not good. Yeah, I went up on the curb with that. With like, I'm not gonna get hit on this one. Thank you for the demonstration. I appreciate it.
Have a good one.
Yep. Hello. What can you tell me about this truck?
Which truck?
Any truck, yeah.
This is his department.
That ain't my truck.
Is that your
That's
truck?
not my department. That's there you go. They was just sitting here.
I don't know, truck. I can't
All right,
tell
how
you
about this?
Military truck though. OEM.
You're patrol class 1, right?
Class 2.
Class 2. What about this?
Anything emergency response is not my field.
What's your field?
I don't know, all law enforcement. That's all I handle.
Okay, tell me about law enforcement then. And he just walked away. That's not good. And this is like I think this is hazmat.
And that's what this stuff was put for detecting different types of chemicals. So, like say, okay, you're at work and you found an envelope with white powder in it.
Oh, okay.
Unknown.
Right.
Okay, we can take some of that white powder, put it on this, and it will tell us if it's most likely flour.
Gotcha. Because I was going to ask you where you
Go find us somebody that had a stress test today.
Yeah.
I was going to
We'll
ask
tell you something really cool.
Now, we don't get the chemicals. You get called out because the chemicals are.
Right.
I mean, we go out for everything from we stand in a motor vehicle accident, pick up the antifreeze and oil, to propane, or possible weapon of mass destruction.
Excuse me?
Let's get high.
No, that's training.
So here's what I'm going to tell you. There's nothing in here that will harm you. It's actually completely an inert prop, but it simulates what you would probably hear. All right, and the difference between like propane and gas, natural gas, you know the differences?
Propane and gas?
Yep.
Propane's hotter.
No. So propane is heavier than air. You're going to find it by your feet. Natural gas is lighter than air. You're going to find it up here. Propane goes to low areas, usually where people flick cigarettes and do all that other stuff.
Gas will go up this
Gases eventually go up higher in your house. Gas itself doesn't smell. Does not.
No, that's true.
Okay.
Well, it can sometimes.
No. Natural gas, which is methane, does not smell. It has an additive put in it so that you can smell it.
Okay, but
All
what
right.
comes out of our stove, we can
Well, yeah,
Right.
because when it
It's
comes
an
to
additive.
the gas
Right,
companies,
they
they
added
put
it.
the
Okay.
additive.
So, and here's what I will tell you, that women can smell that additive before men 99.9% of the time.
I believe that,
So
yeah.
when they tell you that, they always tell you, if a woman smells gas, you better double
Get
and
the
triple
hell
check.
out.
Well, double and triple check, because, you know, it's usually right. Your sense of that additive is much better than the rest of
They
us.
add the additive only to make sure we smell it?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
That's a
And
good
same thing
thing.
with propane. It's added as well. It's different additive.
Right.
All right. But so
Totally different smell.
So, like, if you were, and we're talking about other things, if you were to find someone here that had a stress test in the last 2 days, we would be able to tell you what the additive was that was put in their body, the isotope, the radioactive isotope. Yeah, but if you found somebody and brought them back, you'll be amazed.
Anybody? You can try me. You had a stress test?
When did you? Oh no, you didn't have one. No, you had to have a thallium stress test in the last week because the isotopes break down over time. Right. But so the interesting side of that is if we're carrying personal radiation detectors, which we do normally, when there's heightened alerts or it will go off, but it may go off because you had a medical test. All right, so we have to kind of decipher that threat. So this actually allows you to do it, and this would tell us that it was medical grade versus something that.
What did you guys do before you had all this? How did you manage? Like,
We lost. See, I have no hair. See what happened?
Well, I mean, it all first
That's all the
started
stress.
with the miners with
He's
the
got no
canaries.
hair.
Well, that's by choice. I
But technology's come a long way. It's allowed us to do things safer and smarter, and
I agree.
and better.
Yeah.
And the issue is the hardest thing is keeping up on all the technology today. It changes right, and it's expensive. So
yeah,
it's
that's
not
right.
so easy.
And to keep being able to be supplied here.
It's hard.
Mike, you got a stamp?
It's hard. Excuse me.
Is there a stamp?
Sharon has the stamps, I think,
No,
but I'll
you're
get one.
supposed to
Hold
have
on.
a stamp.
Let me get one.
Nah, see, this is just the display.
Yeah, but they're supposed to get one here too.
No, but there's only one OEM thing. Sharon's got the stamp. Sharon's in charge of the stamp. My stamp, they go down there.
Thing is leaking.
What's it do?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's people spilled it. So it's probably okay. I don't want to mess with it.
Hurricane Sandy, we go into the house and check on residents. Go door to door, make sure my job. Okay? Check my house. I don't know.
Good, how you doing?
Good.
What can you tell me about SERP?
I talked to you before.
I know that.
At the
but-
steering committee.
I know. but
Oh, I forget
I'm
your name. Oh, is it Joan?
Jen. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So-
I want to show you my interactive board.
Okay.
We're CERT Neptune Township. This is CERT Neptune City. We work together.
Okay.
We're just two different entities. If you look at this CERT board that I made up, we help support all of these different entities like the police. We back up OEM. We back up the fire people. If ever there was an emergency, we're their hands and their feet. We don't really do medical or we don't put out fires, but we help. We're the backup to them. But when we don't have emergencies, we're still around town helping out. Like we have a parade, the homecoming parade. We're going to help with traffic and pedestrian traffic. We do races, 5K races, and kinds of things like that. But we meet once a month, and to keep fresh with all the things, we have free training. It's amazing training. Come here, I'll show you the book.
Okay.
This is our table of contents. We do everything from disaster preparedness, fire safety, medical operations, how we can back up medical. We do light search and rescue. We go over the overview of the CERT organization. We even talk about disaster psychology to help whenever we can help people that are in real trouble. And we also learn about terrorism and how we can help. It's a free training course. Wow. It's about I think it's about an 8-week course. And we just like to be involved with the community. So,
That's good.
thanks. But the CERT is all over the United States. It started in the West, and now.
I didn't hear about this until recently.
Yep.
So this is like all new. So
Okay, great.
thank you.
Thanks. Oh, and you get a bag too. You get a backpack with your helmet and the clothes
Oh,
and
okay.
you know that kind of stuff.
That's good.
All right.
Hi, what can you tell me?
This is our OEM, Emergency Management.
Okay.
Mike DeLeo, come on over. Hey, how you doing? Good.
What do you got?
So these are for that's our lead. That's one of our leaders. Mike DeLeo is one of our leaders. Flashlights.
What did you get? So let's go closer. Here. What's your name? Andrew. Good job. What do you see, Andrew? 206. 200. So keep coming.
I got a meter right now, gas
See,
meter.
because it's a running vehicle now. Reduces carbon monoxide. All right?
So, you want to tell me
Wait, we can talk about
So emergency management is
What's confusing?
we have if there's a hazardous spill. Is this a news camera? What TV?
It's Facebook. I represent Time to Change Jersey Style.
What do you do? Oh, okay. So I'm gonna let you speak to one of our team leaders. Okay, I can't speak to the media. I'm not an OIC. Sorry, I'm sorry. I can't speak to the media. You'd have to speak to one of our team leaders.
So I'm going to each of all the tables.
Okay. This is our team leader. You can speak to him inside.
Carbon monoxide, like I said. That's working properly. Right?
How you doing, Mama?
I'm here. Tell them that I'm here.
What can you tell me about this?
I can tell you
all
all
about
about
this.
this. What do you
Okay.
want to know?
Anything.
So, when an emergency goes down in our area, right, the first responders go out, and they're the rescue swimmers and the lifeguards, right, and they may try and help somebody. And then the Coast Guard may come in, and if somebody unfortunately is lost under the sea after a certain amount of time, then the divers go in to recover more than rescue. Many times we'll go out and we always want to rescue, but for the most part, when the divers have to go in, it's more of a recovery than it is a rescue, unfortunately for us. So then we go in and we do search patterns and try to recover for the same type of closure, right? And hopefully we get there in time and we can revive. That's our best case scenario.
What's the percentage of that you find?
You know what? I don't know that. But besides, swimmers, we'll go in and we may have to retrieve evidence, maybe for a crime. So we may get called in. We may get called in to do a car recovery. I've done that recently, where somebody drives into, for whatever reason, drives into the lake in Deal or any of the local lakes. They get out safely, but then we have to go in and search the car, make sure there's nobody else in the car, and then hook up the car so that a tow truck or a crane can then recover the car. If there's crimes committed and there's something that's in the water that's part of evidence, we're trained to go in, find that evidence,
I didn't know
catalog
that.
it.
I didn't know that you did that as well too.
Absolutely.
I thought that's
sure.
for like law enforcement divers, not.
We're trained to do that. So if we're
Okay.
first on scene and we can help them and we're already there on scene, then we're trained to go in and catalog that, locate the evidence, photograph it, make notes of it, and then with proper communication to top side, recover it, bring it up, chain of command, keep to the chain of command, bring it up, and hand it over to the authorities.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It
Okay.
is. It is very cool.
So, like, what? You want to tell me a little bit about the equipment?
Sure. So we use fully encapsulated, vulcanized rubber suits So for contaminants in the water that might be gasoline or oil or anything like that, we're totally covered head to toe. So we can go in.
How long does it take to get that on? Like I'd be pulling and tugging and.
A few minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we're trying to go in a few minutes and be able to go in and and we can go in, recover whatever evidence, bring it back, and keep the evidence safe, and then also keep us safe as well.
Yeah, I just saw like with the sleeves. That's all.
Sure.
Like.
Yep. So I can go in here with my clothes. I can jump in the suit with a back zipper. I can go in. My feet are enclosed, right? My hands go right in here. My hands are enclosed. I put rubber gloves on. There's a hood that covers my head, and then the mask, right, seals over the hood. And then once I go in, totally enclosed, no matter what's in the water, I'm free of contaminants.
So your head is completely covered. There's no way, like, if you're going into chemicals, it doesn't look like it's that.
Nope.
Okay.
Hood, see the
Yes, that's what I said. Oh my gosh.
That's heavy. That looks heavy.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So it's like a swim cap. Okay.
Yep. And then the mask is on, seals over the hood, and I'm totally good to go.
So, like, what's the worst that you've had to go in? Chemical spills or just murky water itself?
Well, yeah, for anything around here, right, if we're say a car happens to drive in, right, over, so we're worried about oil, gasoline, things of that nature, right? Then if we're recovering a body, obviously we're worried about, right, any bodily fluids that comes up. So that's our three main, right, and, some, like an inn like this, we're dealing with gasoline and maybe some oil. But if we're in, a, something like Deal Lake, there's sewage runoff also, right? Everything, think about, you walk your dog during the day, right? And then it rains.
Right, oh wow.
All that stuff goes right into, right, a runoff pond like Deal Lake or something. So beyond gasoline, we're worried about sewage runoff, right? Everything that goes into the sewers, right, eventually goes out to the ocean. So we're worried about all that kind of stuff too.
Now, are you hooked up to tanks? What
Yes.
are those?
So with this whole setup, then we have, we get into this, right, the regular
So you're
scuba,
wearing like
regular
100
scuba
pounds
outfit.
of stuff.
Easily, yes, easily 100 pounds. Absolutely.
Oh my God, between that
We've got
suit
this
and
whole
this?
thing, which weighs about 20 to 30 pounds, and then we have a 30-pound weight belt that goes on us, right? And then we go into the water. So
Now, do you go in automatically in pairs, or like
we
how
do.
is that?
We always go in. We always go in with a buddy, and depending upon what we're doing, we're either in line of sight or we're attached to somebody. We can go in by ourselves. If we do go in by ourselves, then we're attached to a line, either on the surface. If we might be doing a line pattern. If we're searching for something, we can go back and forth, and we have line poles. So even though we can't talk to each other, somebody has that rope that's attached to us and say, okay, stop, right, which is 2 poles. Go to your right, we'll go to our right, stop. We'll get a couple poles, and then we'll go to our left, and he'll actually put us out to a search pattern if we're looking for something specific.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now you guys do like searches, or are you just police related?
No, we do everything. So we could be doing, unfortunately, we're the last to go in, right, if somebody's missing, right, from swimming, and they've sent out the swimmers and everything like that, then we'll go out to look for, right, a body. If a car, if a car goes in, right, we'll go look for, maybe the car goes in but the person gets out, then we have to go in, make sure the rest of the car is clear, then we'll hook up the car so it can be towed out. So if it's pretty much in the water, whatever it is that needs to come out, we're the guys that come in and do that, yeah.
Well, thank you for your service.
Well, you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
What's your first name?
My first name's Dave.
Nice to meet you, Dave.
Same here.
Yeah, I can't.
And I guess this display is for the little kids to go through, I'm assuming. sprinkler saves lives. Oh, they got like fire trucks.
Alright, well, you know what to do in case of a fire then, right? Okay, do you do it inside or you go outside?
Go outside.
Get outside, you go meet somewhere, right?
Stay low.
Stay low.
Catch a fire, you stop, drop, and roll.
Okay. You know, when we don't play with none of these things, right?
No.
No. What looks dangerous here?
Stove would be dangerous.
Stove. What would be
If
dangerous?
you leave that on.
Yeah. Well, should this be hanging here? We shouldn't
No.
leave anything hanging by the stove, right? Right? And then, of course, in school, when you hear this,
That's loud.
right? When you hear that, you know what to do, right?
Yeah, you run.
And then, of course, you hear the smoke detectors, right?
Oh.
You know what to do at home, right? Do we ignore it? No?
You can't ignore that.
No? Here, step in a minute.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay, and you said what to do when you have this, right?
You go on the ground.
Yep.
Get down.
Okay, see the smoke stays up, so you go down, right? This smoke won't hurt you.
No.
We wouldn't do it if it was gonna hurt you. Okay, but this just shows you how lower you can see. See, when you go up high, of course the fan's on, the thing's open and it's blowing it down. Otherwise it would be going up. Right? We'll just open the door and let some of that out.
See?
See that?
It'll go away in a minute. Okay.
See, but that's what smoke is. Now, this is us as firemen, okay? This is what we work in all the time. What's it,
See?
burning your eyes?
I can't see.
No, it's just deep.
Well, that's now you know why when we go into a fire, you think we can see?
Nope.
And we're wearing that mask, right? That we can't see. So think about it. I use 9/11, the World Trade Center, as an example. Okay, when everybody else was running out of that fire, out of those buildings, who was running in? Firemen, right? That's a smoke detector in the back room because the smoke's going that way. Saying now not what we could do, but you're older. We can put you in the bedroom, and then we make the door get hot. And we always teach them in school.
Yes.
Don't open the door, feel the door first. Okay, before you open the door. Because if you're going to open the door, you're going to let the fire come in.
Yep.
Right? So if the door's hot, you don't open it. Right? You open the window, stay by the window. What's up, Mr. Rochelle?
How you doing?
You stay by the window wet, and the fireman will get you out, right?
Yeah.
You have any questions? You didn't like that smoke, did you? Now you know what we deal with all the time.
See? But it's worse.
Okay, and once a little bit later, we'll probably light that shirt on fire, and we'll show you how the sprinkler system works in there, and we'll put the fire out.
What, there's a shirt in there?
Yep, hanging right in there. That's a sprinkler room, and
Oh, okay.
we light that up, and all of a sudden it gets so hot in there that the sprinklers will come on and it puts the fire out.
Yeah, it's a nice simulator.
Yeah, this county owns
Oh,
it.
God.
Yeah, it's
Oh, it's better than seeing that.
through our Fire Prevention Association, we got this, and yeah, it's all set up. We can put the smoke in it, and teach the kids how to get out and what to do and all that.
Does Neptune Township owns this or the county?
No, the county. This is owned by the Multnomah County Fire Marshal's Office.
This is a neat idea.
And they brought it down this morning for us to use. You know, there's things, other stuff that we can do. The radio thing, it tells you the weather, all right, and it'll tell you what to do during a hurricane. The blinds will start shaking, and it's very sophisticated the way it's set up.
That is neat. It's simulated and stuff for.
Good job.
Yeah.
That is nice.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right. You have any other questions? Want me to stamp your thing there?
Yeah.
So we're gonna go down over here. This is gotta be honest, I thought this was the ambulance, but no, it's not. It's everything else with all the equipment and everything. And I'm showing everybody all the equipment they have. They have like a power panel in there too. And I guess that's for all the pressure. And here's the inside of the fire truck. That's neat looking. And there's inside of where the driver is. You have to pay attention to a lot.
This here is fire stuff. This is rigging. This is what we take. This is large area search. So if we go into a large commercial building or an office building, because you know the big houses are small, so there's not a real good chance you're going to get lost in a house, unless it's a McMansion or something. But in commercial buildings, high-rise buildings, office buildings, you know how big the space is. That's what we take with us. This is 150 feet, and then these are 25 feet. So what we do is each guy takes one of these and attaches it to himself, and then we attach to the main line, and that way we only go off 25 feet. That's as far as we go. And then the officer, if it's smoke, he's got the thermal imaging camera, he can actually see you. And if it's getting bad, he tells you to come back. Remember we said confined space, like if somebody's in a hole in the ground, or they're buried, remember that's called an air cart. And what the air cart does, all those hoses, and in the back are all the face pieces, where they can lower, like something like this, we can go 30, 40 feet down into a hole, and we can breathe through that on a mask. Yeah, you go down with a rope, and you go down with an airline, you know?
It's really fun the first time.
Your house is filled with smoke, this is what we use to get it out.
Now you can't breathe.
What's that?
She said claustrophobic.
Nah. This is definitely the wrong job if you're claustrophobic. All right, here's all our ladders.
We just finished training out at the USAR training.
We are a ladder company, so ladder companies carry ladders. We got see these markings here? That's 35 feet, that's 3.5 story, 24, that's 2 story, 28, roughly 2.5 story, 24, same thing. This is a 16 foot, this is what we take in the roof with us a lot of times. And then we got different hooks. These are all different length hooks. Here, come on. This here is called a grip hoist. This tool in this box can flip a garbage truck with no problem. Fully loaded garbage truck. If we hook it up right, we can flip a garbage truck. And then this is all the assorted tools and stuff that we use. Here, this is a saw compartment. These are different saws. These are all wood saws, tree saws, God forbid, like in hurricanes, we use these a lot when trees were coming down. These are the saws we take to the roof. This is a wood blade, this is a metal blade. This is a Pedriton torch. This is what we use for cutting steel. If we have a building collapse, go ahead.
How much all this equipment plus the truck costs altogether?
Cost, the truck was $985,000.
Okay.
So probably by the time you load the equipment on, it's another $200,000. So you're talking $1.5 million. Easy.
Wow.
Easy. $1 million.
Thank you.
And then let's see what we got here. Like I said, we do building collapse. So if a building comes down, we carry a sort of tools, nails, all kinds of stuff like that. God forbid. There you go. Carpentry bag, belts, search camera. We have to have a camera with a long wand on it that we can feed down into, let's say somebody's trapped in a collapsed building. We can actually put that down and see them and hear them. And then complement of saws, battery operated saws. A lot of times you don't have power, so we take batteries with us. Bottle jacks, different size bottle jacks, floor jacks, fire extinguishers. This stuff we have to carry by law. We don't really need it. We just have it. This is the sort of equipment, socket sets for car accidents, different blades, tool bags. And then like I said, this truck's 110 feet. So it's the height of, when this ladder, if we were to take this and stand it almost, literally almost that straight up and you're in the bucket, you're 110 stories tall, or 10-story, almost 11-story building. So at our firehouse on Corley's Avenue, when we have this all the way up, we can see planes landing and taking off in wall. That's so crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's amazing. These are going for over $1 million now. This truck now would be about $1.2 million. We've had it for about 6 years, I guess, 7 years. But it does the job. And remember too, it doesn't carry any water. This is where the water goes. A pumper. This is a ladder truck, so a pumper would hook up to this, and then water goes up that pipe. See the pipe? Extending out, and then at the tip, there's two 500-gallon per minute nozzles, so we can flow 1,000 gallons a minute. So, you know, it's like in Ocean Grove. When we were in Ocean Grove, we were flowing water for 6.5 hours, 7 hours.
Continuously.
Yeah, it was nonstop. You know, when you got to go into that mode, it's bad. You know, most of the time, you just get this to the roof to a single 2-story house. Take windows, cut a hole in the roof and stuff like that. And like I said, we do confined space, which is below grade. We do building collapse, buildings come down. We do high angle, something like a water tower or anything like that. So this thing, trench, God forbid, construction workers by law, if you go into a trench, you're supposed to have that either that steel, that big steel. Ever see those steel things with the pipes in them? They dig a hole and they drop it in. That's to keep it from. But sometimes people try to beat the system and do it.
Is there like a Katie in here? Katie? Oh, somebody said hi, Katie.
Matt's wife is Katie, or Jimmy too. Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. Yep.
Yeah, somebody.
Yeah, so if you ever want to join, it's the choice. And if you're claustrophobic, you have a bad hair day.
And this can flip over a garbage truck.
This tool here, yeah, it's a grip hoist. With these, you can actually roll cars over. You can roll this bus. If I get a good anchor with this, I could roll a bus right back up on its wheels.
Wow.
And it's 1/2 inch at a time. 1/2 inch.
Oh, half.
Inch.
Okay, it's not like.
Well, it's real. It's slow and it's methodical. So it's not going to jerk on you. It sets itself up, and then away you go.
Thank
so
you.
How cool is that?
I didn't realize you had all this equipment.
Yeah, we do a lot of different things. You know what I mean? Like I said, you got the high angle down there. You got the building collapse. You got the confined space. You know, so, and we're all getting, you know, between like a bunch of us just got done getting certified from USAR down in Lake Coast. You know the guys that just went to Texas and everything?
Yeah.
We're doing that training right now.
Thank you.
Thanks for your interest.
Yeah, thank you for your service, sir.
Anytime.
Here, thank you.
Anytime. Anytime. Anytime.
Yeah.
We love what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fully paid. Well, they're like us. They're what's
Okay. Good. Hey, how you doing? Could you tell me a little bit about the truck?
You know a lot more than me.
Okay.
What do you want to know?
Anything and everything.
Start on this. 2006 Pearson Forcer. And replaced the 20-year-old engine. This is our pump panel. Basically, when we go to work, this is what puts the fire out. Each lever controls different hose lines. That's about it on this. This air pack for the driver. The different appliances. This is a portable deck gun. It's used for large fires. We can't go inside for defense capacity. There's a portable light system. Nozzles for our portable deck guns. There's another one that sits up top. It's a high-rise pack for going up in the high-rise, like in the hospital or Sebastopol. Salvage covers. Our tools, extinguishers. This basically is fire engine. We supply water to aerial ladders.
Is there like water in this or no?
Yeah, 750 gallons.
Oh, okay. When this goes empty, you...
Well, we usually hook into a hydrant.
Okay.
Or another engine will hook in.
Okay.
We're going to supply line from a hydrant into the engine.
Oh, okay.
There it is here. These are what they call slow close valves.
Yeah. Awesome. What's like this? What's this for?
That's a hydrant wrench.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
If you look at the top of the hydrant, it's like a nut.
Yeah.
And this fits on it. And you open it up and supply water.
Awesome.
On this particular engine, we went to 5-inch hose. We carry 1,400 feet. And we can supply other engines or an aerial ladder.
So is there actual water in this now?
Yes, 750 gallons.
Wow.
That's for your initial attack.
Okay.
Okay.
Like when this goes empty, like how do you like refill it?
Well, hopefully that I'm at a hydrant and I'm having water put into the engine that's on pump.
Okay. That's how it goes. Okay.
Or another engine's feeding you water.
Okay. Awesome.
And that way I don't have to use my tank. But if I use my tank and the other engine hooks in or I get to a hydrant, I can fill my tank. There's a way I can finagle and still feed my lines.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Be safe.
You talk to those guys over there?
Yeah, I did.
Those are the aerial guys. Those are the truckies. They do the ventilating and search and rescue.
Yeah.
And we're the engine jockeys. We're the guys that go in and put it out.
Thank you. Hello. Could you tell me a little bit about your truck?
Sure, what would you like to know?
Anything and everything.
Well, this is a fire engine. It has 750 gallons of water. We have some EMS equipment because we help out with the people who need ambulance services. We work on car accidents, blocking roads. We got some fire extinguishers, some equipment, hose up top, various tools.
Is it the same one as this one over here?
Yes, it is. Just a different style.
Okay. Yeah, I want that. So basically, I know what it is.
Yeah, no, it pretty much does the same thing. It's just a different make and model.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
How about over here? Because I thought this was the ambulance at first.
No, that is that just does the extrications. It's got the controls and light. Car accident.
Okay. Want to show me a little bit?
That's not my specialty. That is actually Jimmy's specialty over there.
Call Jimmy. Oh, do something else. Okay. Thank you.
You also have Hamilton Fire Company with their Youth Firefighter Obstacle Course. And out in the street, the Neptune Police Department has their drunk goggles activity where you can actually drive a golf cart wearing goggles that will make you think you've had way too much to drink. So there's no line. If you go right behind the Coast Guard boat here on the street, you can take a ride on a golf cart.
This is Jen Coombs. Time to change Jersey style. We're signing off because I want to save some battery because I want to see the car being torn up. So have a nice. See you on the flip side, everybody.